Yes, people. Ads here from GND Media. Long time no see. I've been on a bit of a hiatus for quite a few months now, but I recently did a podcast with Andrew. So I'm just getting back into the game a little bit. But I just thought, you know what? It's New Year's Eve. Got some time to kill. Might just make a little bit of content just to say Happy New Year to everyone. To say thank you to the GND Media team who's been covering me for the last 10, 11 months, let's call it a year. And maybe to discuss or to chat about some of the things that might be happening in 2026. First of all, let's be honest, 2025, not a good year. Yeah, not a good year nationally, not a good year internationally. And for the sake of our channel, not a good year ecologically. Now, one of the reasons I took a bit of a hiatus was because there was, I could see that after the election in the UK, that environmental issues were about to be put on the back burner. And maybe some of the things that we thought we had in the bag, some of the policies that we believed were sort of hardwired, kind of unravelled. That was my gut feeling. And that is what unfortunately looks like has happened. That said, the end of a year means it is the start of a new year. Now, I'm a kind of a pessimist in the fact that all my politically active life, there hasn't been very many gains. There's been a couple of highs, 2017, 2019. Felt like we might be on the cusp of a change. Never happened, but I felt like the energy and the people that I was interacting with and some of the groups that were formed around those times might go on and do good things. And, good things have been done in pockets here and there. But I do believe that 2026 is going to be a very, very crucial year for the environment movement. At the moment, I would say that in the UK, Zach Polanski is the best candidate for some sort of mind shift nationally. It's going to take a lot of things to go his way. It's going to take a lot of activism around the Green Party. I'm not sure what's beneath the Green Party's surface at the moment, but I am really hoping that there's going to be enough people that are active and joining that could galvanise it and maybe push it into mainstream politics, especially for young people. But we'll see. Quite clear that the Labour Party is in the absolute mud. In my lifetime, it is possibly the closest that Labour has come to being not irrelevant, but a party that is potentially going to get pushed down the pecking order. Along with the Tories. I mean, for me, the Tories are, wow. I mean, they look almost finished. You can never say finished in politics. I mean, a lot of people are writing the Tories off, and I would love to be one of those people. However, listen, in politics, we all know this. A few things happen here and there, and, people that you think are out of it, a change of leadership, something happening in the news, some scandal or something, or some crisis can propel people that you think are out of the game, back into the spotlight. And so I wouldn't count them out just yet, but it's not looking good. And I, for one, I'm pleased, really pleased with the state of the Tory party. However, we have to be honest. I would rather a Tory party any day of the week than a Reform party. So, and that looks like where politics is shifting at the moment. That's certainly a lurch to the right this past year, both internationally and nationally, but let's just stick on nationally at the moment. Very, very worrying. I work in the homeless sector, that's my day job, and I'm seeing a level of vilification for immigrants and asylum seekers that is on a level I've not seen before in my lifetime in this country. That is worrying. That's really, really worrying to me. And, we discussed this either this year, the beginning of this year, or maybe the back end of last year with Zoe Gardner. Forgive me, I can't quite remember the date, but we did discuss about sort of climate refugees. And for those that are still keeping an eye on the environment and on the climate crisis, 2025 is going to go down as one of the hottest years on record. Again, another one. And that brings us closer to a dystopian future where climate refugees will become the number one reason why refugees occur. Even if people think it is due to war, it won't be long now before wars are created and fought due to climate reasons, which they have been anyway, but it will become explicitly so in the coming years. And how we treat that migration of people, human beings like ourselves, is going to define who and what we are as a species, and it's going to define the world that we live in. And currently, mate, it ain't looking good politically. So, 2026, right, listen, GND Media, we're going to try and get the old band back together. We're going to try and do more content with articles, which is my personal favourite. I absolutely love that people come in with great ideas, and we have a Patreon base that allows us to pay for that work, which is only right. And some of the articles that my man Alex King has edited and put together, again, have been some of my favourite work that we do. I always learn something from those articles, and when Alex did his newsletters, I always learned something from those newsletters about what was going on throughout the world. Hopefully we can continue with that. We're going to continue with podcasts. I will be a wingman on occasion, the podcast, certainly. But I'm also going to try, now just another thing that's not going to go into loads of detail with, but I moved house this year, and it was not an easy move. It took a lot of stress, anxiety, to get it over the line. However, I'm now in a position where I have a permanent setup, permanent rig, got all the bits, got all the gear, so I can come and go as I please. There's no having to set up every time I want to do something. I'm hoping to do some content around reaction videos. Listen, I know everyone does reaction videos, but it is something I like to watch. And if you would like a gobby working class climate eco-socialist geezer to share my opinions and thoughts on debates, programs, anything that piques my interest, then that's what I'm looking to sort of do, just to create some good content for you guys. And if that's something that you like, or wants to do it, that you like me doing, then by all means, tag me in or DM me stuff you want me to comment on. I'll have a look at it, I'll watch it, and I'll shout at it, and I'll tell you my opinion. And just some extra content I'm hoping to do this year, just to get sort of back into things. I must admit it all feels new again, but that's good. You know, I've recharged my batteries. I've been in a new house a couple of months now, so you know, things are going okay on a personal level at the moment. So it's good to get back into things. And that's it, really. I just want to say again, thank you to you know, the gang, Andrew, Alex, Lucy. You know, we've also got other people involved, Ellie, Sean, you know, a wider group, Nick, and Daniel. You know, people that always either support us, do things internally, or have created content for us and done things for us. And really appreciate you guys stepping up. And I hope to work with you all more in 2026. Just want to end on this, guys. Before I came on this content, I was told about someone that I know, not extremely well. I used to many years ago. It sounds like they have passed away, and it sounds like they've taken their own life now. Just guys, listen, it's a tough time of year. I know that in the sector I work in, New Year's Eve is always a tough time of the year for people, even more so than Christmas, we find. So listen, look after yourselves, okay? We're in it together. You know, there's people you can talk to out there. You know, if you know me personally, I'm always there to speak to and DM if needs be. But guys, listen, we've only got each other. We've got to stick together. We've got to look after each other. We've got to create a better world for everyone. And that starts again in 2026. Okay. It's not the horizon. It's not looking great out there. We know that, but things can change. Things can change for the better as much as it can change for the worse. And we do not know what's around the corner. And so let's form a group, look after each other, and face 2026 with a bit of fight, a bit of passion, and let's see what we can do.